So let's break down these trades here in the PM session. Two trades, two losses. Let's try to understand why. So going into the PM session today, trying to understand what is the day high, day low. We were pretty close to the day high, so I had an idea that we might have a chance of going for the daily high. Uh, okay, and on the perspective, there is something else that we have this for first half hour. I was waiting to see this 1 hour fair value gap get formed, and then on the basis of that, I was kind of forming my bias, which was that understanding the respectance and the disrespect, the validation of the invalidation will pretty much give me the bias going into the day. Idea was to see if this one get validated, then I most likely gonna see this high get tapped in. Otherwise, it get invalidated. I can look to see price to go lower, back into this lows here. Okay, this is tactical lows here. This low here. Okay, so once this one got formed, I wanted the 5 minute time frame, and I was looking to see some high got formed, low got formed. We take, and here you have a high. We took this low. So if we go to the 30-second time frame or 1 minute time frame, there was not much thing there. Okay, we had kind of sweep. We had a displacement to the upside. Uh, kind of. If you ask me, there is like, if you look at the 3 minute, 2 minute, just trying to understand if there is any bigger time frame thing there that needs to be ran through to the upside. So this one got ran through. So I didn't took this. I was kind of waiting to see a little bit more for something, but there was a divergence. Okay, sorry, there was a divergence actually. If I'm right, so I was waiting to see further confirmation where I had the sweep, uh, where you had the displacement. This one, this, or maybe there was not much any divergences. This is the low, this is the high. So technically there is a trade if you ask me. Okay. But eventually it would get stopped out. Okay. Then from where exactly I started trading was this first. I kinda uh uh bought once this 5 minute fair value gap got formed. I had this idea that we might find, you had all this internal sweep and everything. So I when this 5 minute fair value gap got formed, idea was to see that, okay, now I would like to see the respectance from here. Based on that, make a decision. If we can respect this one, I can look to see price to go displace higher. So going to the 30-second time frame, here when he had the internal sweep here, this one, uh, and we are kind of breaking above this high, uh I bought it. Okay. So here's that this so as I said that I am trying to get a little bit more fluent with entries, but this is where a little bit of problem came, that when I'm trying to be fluent, I also need to remember these uh things. Okay, these are the things that needs to be get remembered. So these are the main best things. So first of all, we need to close above this high, and second, if there is any bigger time frame level that needs, then that needs to get ran through. So in this case, we needed to displace above the high in the 30-second time frame. Alongside, we needed to see this 2 minute fair value gap get ran through to the upside for us to actually confirm the order flow kind of has shifted. Okay, we didn't do that. We was not able to close above that as well. Price is plus low and took us out. That was the first trade. There's the second trade here, which was when I saw this again, price swept another low here, and price is displacing higher. I bought it. Now this is another problem that I want to be fluent, but I really need to see this 5 minute actually get closed through. Once this closed through, I need to see if there is any divergence there. Then I would like to see to Even if there is no divergence, I would like to see a little bit of further confirmation because price is kinda in a consolidation here. So I would like to see that we close above that and we actually respect and displace higher. So I might would like to see this inverse fair value gap. Instead of buying here, I might actually go to the lower time frame and actually look to see how you're respecting or disrespecting. But in order to get a little bit more fluent, as I saw, we are kind of breaking. I bought it and we were not able to close through that and we displaced lower. Okay, so if so, how I needed to kind of play along here. How I needed to play through here is first of all, needed to see this 5 minute fair value gap get ran through. Okay, and then I can look to see us buying here. Okay, maybe putting my stop down here. Looking to see we displace above this high, then I can go break even. Now, if I go to the 30 second, no 30 second, there is a 3 minute here. We have this small tiny little fair value gap, right? So maybe I could have get a little bit better entry here if we were able to close through that. Now, what exactly ended up happening and how I need to see through that is we was not able to close through that, and we eventually end up displacing through this 3 minute fair value gap. So this kind of gives that okay, lower trying to understand from lower time to higher time frame that if I go to the hourly time frame, my idea was to see if we respect this one, I can look to see displace higher. If we disrespect this one, I can look to see. Now, when you can consider that we are disrespecting through this level, when 1 hour actually close through this level. But if you look and understand the lower time frame levels, validation and invalidation, it can give you an early sign that this bigger time frame level is more is it going to be get invalidated or validated. So in this case, when the 3 minute fair value gap get ran through to the downside, there was a high chance that okay, we might want to displace lower for this lows. There was a chance, and this is what exactly ended up happening. So I was kind of trying to a little bit fluent. Uh, two trades, the two losses. Now there was definitely a few things that needed to be um, like usually in order to get a little bit more fluent I can did a few mistakes that I shouldn't have done. First of all, needed to see close through. Second, really need that though that was the basics, like to see the shift change in state and then look to see the 2 minute fair value gap get ran through to the upside to actually become confident to take that okay out of floor shifted. And in this the second trade really needed to see that 5 minute fair value gap get ran through to the upside, which eventually did not get ran through. So these are the times when instead of fluent you need to wait and see. So there's a little bit of difference that's going to take a little bit more time for me to get fluent. So this is not all about the fluence. This is about like actually see it's done and then react upon. Right. See this fair value gap get ran through, then react on that. But until and unless this one gets ran through, you don't make any decision. Okay. So that's a wrong thing there. And then, so another trade I would like to talk about is this. I kinda, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if I like came into the London session, I didn't find anything. So we were not also coming from any higher time frame level at all anywhere. So what we had is this. Uh, for 15-minute fair value gap we ran through that. So my idea was to see if we ran through this fair value gap, there's a high chance that we might go for this failure swing here and we might want to take that low. And so this is why I just took this trade and it ended up playing out. Maybe I will not do this way. Maybe wait for further confirmation. Maybe wait to see once we've ran through this as we went in how we are respecting disrespecting. But if you go to the 1 minute time frame, if you look to see like internal sweep and everything, you will not get any trade at all. Otherwise, this is not a bad if you ask me. Like went back into this fair value gap, displaced through this. This could be. I'm also a little bit confused here. Like when you have an inverse fair value gap, what you should be prioritizing here? Like, will you like should you be seeing like you know something like Why these things? Like, will you be seeing something like this, or are you looking to see something like this? Like here it happened, right? Then it is plus lower. Maybe there is, maybe there is not. I don't know. Like in this case, as you can see, this one got ran through, and we had a clean displacement. So sometimes, like it's okay to be take trades like this. Okay, sometimes it's okay to be taking trades like this. Not bad actually. Like 15-minute time frame. Displaced through, got inversed. So if this one getting through, the next possible drawn liquidity is here. So you can just directly buy, put your stop. You can wait to see for further confirmation. Here I choose not to see lower time frame confirmation, and I sold it. So it's not that bad because there was not much things to understand the higher time frame. So you can focus on the lower time frame things and understand the respect disrespectance and work upon that. So this is like a normal trade, but here I wanted to see something happen. So eventually, two trades, there was some mistakes that should not be done. Absolutely, these are like, if they are, I wouldn't actually have taken this trade uh, if I was not trying to get a little bit more fluent type of thing. But yeah, when you try to make these things happen, you're gonna go make some mistakes. You learn and you learn from it, and you make things try to happen again and again. So let's see what happens. So pretty much these are the trades, and let's go make some journal. Otherwise, everything looks pretty good here. Hmm, I don't know. Hmm, easily done there, but these two are a little bit losses. This trade, I would say, okay, it's all right, no problem. But here, I waited for the invalidated. As you can see, it actually got invalidated. Then I made decision. But here, we actually hadn't had that invalidation for the first trade. We didn't actually had the model in the first place. But the second trade, we actually was not able to close through the 5 minute, which actually gonna make the decision that in order to make that decision, we need to see that 5 minute fair value gap get ran through. But we didn't we didn't run through the fair value gap at the first place. So how am I supposed to make that statement, or make that idea a bias from there, when what needs to be done to make that bias confirmed is not happen hasn't been happened yet, right? So yeah. So after there was a 3 minute fair value gap get ran through to the downside. There was a way for you to maybe take a trade there. We close through that. Maybe here you could have got a little bit more fluent, but I don't know. Like I'm still like, I don't really don't understand. Like if you can once you close through that, actually take this trade, put your stop, and actually target this lows to maybe eventually make maybe, I don't know, maybe I still not. I'm still not into like, that would not be a valid idea to take trades maybe. And first of all, we are like way beyond. Actually, I don't stay like after 8:40, 8:45, or 8:50, because after that usually thing happens. So I was also kind of thinking something like accumulation, manipulation, and distribution, but yeah, what am I supposed to say anyway? Hmm. So there was a little bit of technical issue, because first and second, I wouldn't actually haven't, like if I was not trying to be like the head thing, then there is not actually any trader or loss place to validate the bias. Absolutely. Otherwise, everything seems normal. Continuation, it would be pretty good. But you actually look to see price to close above. Continuation trades would be all right if you can actually was able to. Yeah, this would be the change. Right, you sweep this 5 minute close through that. You also would like to see 5 minute close above this body. From a change in state from there. But the second trade is definitely not that good. So technically they're pretty bad trade there. First trade I would consider not bad. Like that's said that if this is invalidated, there's two things you can do. Either you can go to lower time frame, wait for confirmation to take. True. Maybe get a little bit more better trade, or maybe just trying to get a little bit of hold on to it. But one thing you can also just say just fuck off everything and you just buy and put a stop where it should be, and then your target and everything. The first trade was pretty much something like that. So I'm gonna general three trades, no problem, and see what you can find out. Second and third trade is something I have to learn from it, and the first trade seems normal to me. No, not that, not much of a big deal there.